Russia has the troops to invade with overwhelming force. The far bigger army, along with overwhelming superiority in the air. This is what Russian peace looks like, says an eyewitness in northern Ukraine. But though this is a multi-pronged attack, this vast country will be difficult to occupy, and difficult too for the Ukrainians to defend. In a speech on Monday, President Putin said Ukraine was entirely created by Russia, an inalienable part of what he called Russia's spiritual space. Perhaps he was waiting for yesterday's Defender of the Fatherland Day as his cue to invade. More likely, his army had bivouacked in the cold for long enough. Either it advanced or it humiliated its leader by withdrawing with nothing to show for it. Russian state TV is praising what it calls an intervention. This anchor describing it as a special operation to prevent genocide. But the map of Ukraine they broadcast last night told its own story. What's regarded as the only real bit of the country was marked in yellow. With the rest, it said gifted by the Russian Tsars, and later by Lenin, Stalin and Khrushchev. So Mr. Putin may have convinced himself he's taking back what was never anyone else's. And as long as the likes of Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan were still prepared to talk to him about energy supplies today, then he can suggest it's business as usual and lie as well.
При этом в наши планы не входит оккупация украинских территорий. Мы никому и ничего не собираемся навязывать силой.
Though Russia's foreign minister looked rather more uncomfortable delivering his boss's line.
We hope that the chance for return to the international law, international obligations is still there. And as we take the measures announced by the President to ensure the security of the country and the Russian people, we certainly would always be ready for a dialogue which will bring us back to justice.
В том числе касающиеся проведения публичных мероприятий.
A government spokeswoman tonight warned that COVID restrictions meant that there should be no unauthorized protests. Though riot police in Moscow were taking no chances. Perhaps because there is so much shared history with Ukraine, many Russians struggle to see it as their enemy. No to war, they chanted. Any extended military campaign in Ukraine could galvanize a moribund opposition here. Or Mr. Putin's usual strong-arm tactics could contain it. There have been almost 1,000 arrests in Moscow and dozens of other cities, and that's unusually high. And this is St. Petersburg, Mr. Putin's hometown. Russia's president could find he's misjudged the mood at home, though that will depend on how long this war lasts and just how much Russian blood is shed.